On this board, we're talking about how to buy your first rental property. Let's jump right in. Number one, remember your why. Remember your why. Think about as you go through this journey towards, buying a rental property, always remember why you are doing what you're doing. What is the bigger purpose? What is the bigger mission? What is the bigger goal, right? Remembering your why provides clarity and motivation and purpose, especially during challenging times. Think about the financial freedom that owning a rental property will help you to achieve, right? And what does financial freedom mean to you, right? Is it about having the options, having the flexibility, having the time freedom? Also, is it about giving, right? The generosity that you'll be able to express on a bigger level, right? In fact, the most fun you'll ever have with money is giving it away. So, number one is remember your why. Number two, prepare your finances. Prepare your finances. It's super important to start early to prepare for your down payment, right? Also to build up your emergency fund, right? Because when you own a rental property, there will be unforeseen costs that will come up. And so you need to always have a good emergency fund in place, right? Also, you want to prepare to have a good DTI ratio, right? Which is debt to income ratio, right? So you want to make sure you have a good DTI ratio. Also, you want to look at your credit report, right? Remember, you can go on to www.annualcreditreport.com and print out copies of your credit report. In fact, you can print out one from each of the three major bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, right? And of course, your credit report really determines your credit score, right? So if you get your credit report in good shape, then your credit score will just naturally, look good, right? And that's super important, right? Because you want to get your credit score to be above like 760, right? If you can get your credit score above a 760, you are golden, right? In terms of qualifying for like the lowest mortgage interest rates, right? So, number one, remember your why. Number two, prepare your finances. And now, number three, select a strategy. Select a strategy. See, real estate is a game, and you really have to approach it with a strategy, a good strategy. One of the best strategies is house hacking, right? House hacking, where you buy a property and you live in one portion of the property and you rent out the other portion, right? So for example, like if you get like a multifamily unit, right? You can live in one unit and rent out the other units, right? Or what I really like is buying a single family home that has a basement that you can easily convert into a basement apartment, right? So if you buy a single family home that has a walkout basement, and if the layout is right, where you can easily turn it into like a separate apartment. And of course, you have to check the zoning. But if the layout is right and the zoning is right, then you can turn that into basically a duplex, So you want to look at that house hacking, you want to think about that strategy. Also, you want to think about the different types of rentals that you want your rental to be, right? Do you want to do short-term rental like Airbnb or medium-term rental like Furnish Finder, right? Like traveling professionals, traveling nurses and stuff, right? Or do you want to do the traditional long-term rental, right? So you want to think about in advance, you want to think about these different strategies, right? Number four, pick a market. Pick a market, right? What will be your geographical market of your ideal rental property, right? Think about the state that you want to invest in, and think about the county, think about the city, think about even the neighborhood, certain neighborhoods that you want to invest in, right? You can even get really detailed into even thinking about certain blocks that you want to invest in, right? Think about the travel radius of the geographical region where you want to invest. Like for example, for me, I like properties that are within a 40-mile radius of where I live, So think about that and pick a market. Number five, clarify your buy box. Ooh, this is very important. Clarify your buy box. Your buy box is the set of characteristics of your ideal rental property. So you want to clarify your buy box. Think about what type of property do you want? What are the features, right? Like for example, I like 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom houses, Also think about the ideal lot size, right? And keep in mind, sometimes it's good to go with a smaller lot size because if you don't have a lot of like landscaping stuff to do, then you're able to keep your landscaping costs down, right? If you don't have a lot of trees on your property, you know what I'm saying? It's going to really benefit you, right? So just think about all those different things, all those different factors, and how it plays into impacting your profitability, right? Also think about the square footage, I personally like homes that are like between like 1,000 and 1,500 square feet, right? Think about the layout, think about the condition of the property, right? I personally like to buy distressed properties because distressed properties give me an opportunity to add value and then therefore create instant equity, right? Like let's say I buy a property that's like 200,000 and then put in, let's say, 80,000, but then let's say the ARV, after the renovation is 350,000, right? So then, I force the equity on that property, right? Think about, the atmosphere of the neighborhood. Think about the demographics. Think about the attractions that are nearby. Think about the walkability, right? Think about and of course think about your budget range in term which is based off your pre-approval, right? Of the loan, right? What is your budget range for the property, right? So number five is clarify your buy box. Number six, advertise your criteria. Advertise your criteria. This is so very important. Once you have clarified your buy box, you want to tell people about your buy box. Let people know what you're looking for. Network with investor-friendly real estate agents and wholesalers and other investors, right? Because, really, very often the best properties are the off-market properties. Very often, the best properties are properties that are not ever on the MLS, not on like these big public websites. They're like off-market properties, right? Especially like off-market properties that's from a motivated seller, right? Those are like you can get really good deals that way, right? So, but you have to network, right? You have to network with the real estate agents and the wholesalers and the other investors who have these types of deals, right? So, number six is advertise your criteria. Let people know what you're looking for, right? There's something called what is it, RPM? No, let's see, reticular activating system, RAS, reticular activating system. It's like it's a psychological thing where it's like once you have a clear vision of what you want, it becomes easy to find it, And so you want to have a clear vision of your buy box so that you'll be able to quickly identify properties that fit your vision, Clarity is power. Clarity is power. So, all right, so number six is advertise your criteria. Number seven, analyze potential deals. Very important to analyze potential deals. Number one rule of real estate is this: you make your money on the buy. You make your money on the buy. You have to buy correctly. You don't want to overpay for a property. And so to avoid overpaying for a property, you have to run your numbers. You have to analyze the potential deals so that you can identify what exactly is a good deal and what's not, and for what price, right? So you want to calculate things like the expected cash flow and the expected cash on cash return. You want to look at, okay, what is the as is price and what is the estimated renovation costs? And then what's the estimated ARV, the after repair value, right? You want to do a full analysis of these deals to make sure that you're going to buy it at a good price. Because remember, number one rule of real estate is you make your money on the buy, right? All right, now number eight. Make offers quickly. Make offers quickly. This is so important because look, good deals go fast. Good deals go fast. So you want to make offers quickly. Once you identify a good deal and you've analyzed the deal and you've confirmed that this is a good deal, you want to make your offer quickly. However, always include an inspection contingency. Always include an inspection contingency because an inspection contingency gives you the ability to back out of the deal if you find some issues during the thorough house inspection that you'll do, right? So you want to make sure you always include an inspection contingency, all right? Now, number 8 is conduct due diligence. Conduct your due diligence, okay? Once you have the property, under contract, you want to conduct your due diligence. This is where you are going to, do a super thorough house inspection because you want to make sure that there's no like major issues that are going to throw off your estimated numbers, right? And so always do your due diligence. Number 10, the final step is manage effectively, right? So once you have the property, you're managing the property, make sure that you manage effectively. Track every penny, right? Because, in order to control things well, right? And, in real estate, there are a lot of moving parts. And in order to control things well, you have to track it. You have to track it, right? Because tracking builds awareness. And when you're aware of what's going on, you're aware of all these moving pieces, you're able to better control the pieces, right? So track every penny, track the repairs, track the maintenance, track the mortgage interest, track the property taxes, track the insurance, track the utilities, track the property management fee, right? If you have a property manager, right? Track it, manage effectively, all right? So let's recap. How to buy your first rental property. Number 1, remember your why. Number 2, prepare your finances. Number 3, select a strategy. Number 4, pick a market. Number 5, clarify your buy box. Number 6, advertise your criteria. Number 7, analyze potential deals. Number 8, make offers quickly. Number 9, conduct due diligence. And number 10, manage effectively. And now, send me your questions. I know I went through all of that very quickly, and I know you probably have some questions. Send me your questions, and we will talk about it. I'll see you on the next video.